Hey everybody, what's up? It's Vix, and today's video is how I made arrow shooting minigame out of redstone. Could also call it whack-a-mole, though it's a little bit different than that. Like a carnival game, I guess? Anyways, I'll show you a demonstration of how it works, and then I'll show you how I made it. So this is the inside. And like I said, it's an arrow shooting minigame. So you need a bow. Then I shoot that. You saw it kind of went off there. And it activated this one, which activated different, oh, yeah, it's a new edition, sorry. Activates that one, which doesn't activate anything. Is that one active? Very easy to miss. Okay, it looks like it wasn't. Okay, that one was. That activates that one. And that one activates this one. I think. Okay, so we're back. And this time it should work. It's very easy to miss. Anyways, yeah, that's how that works. Now on to the actual video. So I started off with this kind of thing. I was really focused on trying to get it to loop a few times at least. I wanted like an infinite loop, but like I didn't think about things. I wanted an infinite loop because I thought that was the only way this was gonna work. You'll see later I was wrong. But my original ideas focused very heavily on creating an infinite loop and just timing them so that it could be random. I wanted it to be completely random and stuff. Yeah, I just wanted it random. I wanted to be able to not know when it was going to come up. That did not end up happening, as I'm sure as you saw before, that didn't happen. But I think what I did was still pretty good for my particular redstone skills. Or lack of skills, considering it's only been a year. See, I got the infinite loop here, but then I found it annoying because this. It just wasn't quite right what I was looking for. Here's where I test another design, which ends up being pretty similar to, or at least like the inspiration to the final design. It's a little bit off of what I currently did, but here's more inspiration, more stuff for the final. A lot of my redstone is just trial and error, just to see how things end up and why they end up that way. You see, because like I did it so that when the one activates, then the other one will then activate. And you saw before that that's exactly what happens. I was still focused on it being random at this point. So I basically did things tried to do things I didn't know how to do. I don't know why I thought this would work. Here we're gonna start building the outside of what becomes the final product. I decided to make it space themed, as you saw before. Had to mess with settings because I forgot to turn on like always day and stuff for recording purposes, because I don't do that when I build regularly, but I thought it might help with the video. Here I was trying to decide what would be the optimal way to utilize the space I gave myself. Neither one of these were right, so I ended up with, well, you'll see. This wasn't quite right either, but it did help me decide what I was going to do. You see, later, like right now, I put in some water there, and obviously didn't work quite right. Didn't feel quite right for the space. Felt a little big and stuff. So I built up, I made like the space bigger. And then I decided to make that also be the entrance, instead of just having it in the middle of the room, because I thought that would make more space, kind of. And you saw this is what I went with in the final, pretty much. At first I tried the iron bars so that they knew where the boundary was, where they couldn't go. And then I marked off some space that you couldn't see quite from the top. But then I decided I didn't like the bars because you can climb over them. So I just got rid of them. Here I'm starting with building one of the things. In the end, this turns out to be, I think, the comet like the body of the comet. See, I got it to work there, and then I made a line to connect it to a different one, which is the tail. It ends up being the tail of the comet. Did a couple of repeaters, did an observer thing, because, like, that's how it tracks it, right? This ended up changing because it caused some problems. I don't know if I changed it on or off camera, though. Part of this I did while watching some show, and the other part I did while not there. This becomes one of the aliens. If you saw in the first part, there's some little, like, copper creatures with the eyes that kind of look like snails. If you follow on my TikTok page, you'll see I draw a lot of snails and stuff. Just kind of doodle them. And I don't know, it's kind of become a thing. It's on TikTok. They get a lot of views, so here I kind of staircase up so that it can activate the one and end up looping around. As you can see, I'm just kind of trying to figure out how this is going to work exactly, because I hadn't, up to this point, as you saw, I hadn't made one like this. I hadn't done one horizontally instead of vertically, if that makes sense. I think that's right. Anyway, I hadn't made one, like, on the ground instead of in the air. Well, like, you know. You've seen the video, you know. So I was just trying to figure out how it was going to work and where I could cover to make sure that it works. You see, I did all of this with the stone, and then way later I realized, oh, the stone really stands out. I should have done it with the materials I was going to build with. So that does change a little bit later. Here I was kind of building the wall because I was bored of the redstone stuff. Well, not bored, but, like, my brain couldn't do it. I got a small brain, guys. I'm not good at math and stuff. I'm good. Here's where you see I did some off-camera work. I changed, started changing things and started planning how this was going to work and stuff. I'm just checking to see if all of them are able to extract from the platform. And this is where we found a couple problems. Just doing some little patches. More building because I couldn't handle the redstone because as you saw, I did some stuff off camera. I was switching my music. This is where I decided to put someone sitting in the corner, so it acting I added more light later on and it's still a bit dark for videos. This is where I fill in the walls. Pretty much the game but like I don't remember why, but I decided to a pitch black block like coal or something. It wouldn't have been a good idea. I don't remember why I decided that, but I did. I'm just putting redstone on the outside so that I know moving on how to build around it, even though I never actually got to that. Now I'm seeing how dark it is. It wasn't that dark with 15 minutes, so but I didn't really like 15 minutes of the data on, so I didn't explain. I don't know why I did coal instead of mud, but patches and veins, so like most of the time when I'm texturing, I'll be doing oh, I think on the side there was it's like a Muppet. It was really cute, but then I couldn't recreate it, so we ended up with the little slime guy. Best as we can. I just thought I didn't because I thought it came out. I guess it did. The final with the like perfect one. It's doing the little started this, I thought it would take a lot longer to figure out than it did. So I was like, oh, I'm making a lot of progress here. I should probably start recording. I got rid of a lot of the stuff. Didn't get that first. I'm just going crazy. Backwards. And figure out how to do it. And then this one later becomes the rocket. So this one is the rocket, and the one down below it is the second. If I were to redo this, I'd probably just make it everything was bigger than like 5 blocks. That's really big. I thought it'd be cute to make the alien kind of looking like the rocket ship, so I didn't want to do ice socks, and I put I think originally I was going harder to hit. Obviously not impossible, but it's more difficult. As you can see, I'm patching things up on the comments still because it's deciding it doesn't want to do anything. I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working, but we got it to work. So everything was fine because we got it to work. I decided to connect the actual comet head to the rocket as well as the tail, as well as the alien, the first alien, because I don't know, I wanted it to have more than one loop, so it wasn't as predictable. Sorry, I keep yawning. I don't know why I am. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I do a third one. It ends up being like a mountain, and it's just connected to the second alien. I guess I could call it a black hole. But, like, you know, you see. I had some problems with that redstone on the side, so I had to fix it a little bit. But yeah, for the most part, that's just this. I think I did good for it being the first minigame I've ever tried to make. I think I did pretty good. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. Sorry. This is where I'm just going through and lighting things up a little bit. It was too dark. I don't know if you saw that or not, but I thought it was too dark. It probably still is, but I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. And that's pretty much it in terms of how I made this. I can't really describe anything I did because I don't know much about overall redstone. Everything I do, I taught myself how to do. This was me making a special little entrance to try and dim more light, even though it was like really dark already. I was gonna build a whole like building out of the stone around it, and then I decided I didn't wanna, so I didn't. Here's just a little silent demonstration of how it works with night vision visuals. Anyways, that's all for today, guys. See you later.